Good afternoon, Muraski families. This is Mike Griffin, principal of Muraski Elementary, and I can't tell you how excited I am to connect with you guys and get started in the 2021 school year. Although we have to start remote learning, our teachers cannot wait to meet the students next week and are excited to get started with our Remote Learning 2.0. Today, my plan is to share some information with you about the week of August 24th, as well as August 31st when we get started with live instruction and just details and information that you need to know. To start, our remote learning plans are here, and we have teacher welcome videos, which can also be found in this newsletter, our building schedule, which I will touch on here a little bit later in the video, as well as our red, white, and blue rotations for Encore. It's important to note that in regards to Encore, we will be operating on 2-week cycles. So if your child is in art, they will be in art 2 weeks. And the same thing goes for music and PE. So instead of every day rotating amongst our 3 specials, during this time, during remote learning, we're going to rotate every 2 weeks. And there's schedules for the rotations and the calendar there. I'm going to get into some more specifics about schedule, learning, attendance, and technology here. But again, if you have any questions that aren't answered, please feel free to reach out to me via email or phone call at any time. So to start, August 24th through August 28th, we will be doing one-on-one student orientations. Your teachers early this week sent out sign-up geniuses, and hopefully you've signed up for an hour block of time that you can come in with your child and meet their teacher. This is going to be a very valuable hour of time as it gives our teachers a chance to meet your children, get to know each other a little bit, and get you resources that will assist them in being successful during remote learning. As you see in the notes here, students will receive their Chromebook at this time. They'll also receive any resources that are necessary to start remote learning, such as math workbooks, whiteboards in some circumstances, and really any material that our teachers know that your children need at home with them so they can be successful with the content we present on a daily basis. After about 15 minutes of a meeting with your teacher, your child, and yourself, parents, you will be excused to technology meetings where our Encore teachers will run you through some tutorials on how to help your children with their technology at home. Things that will be covered are our SES Technology Corral, as well as Google Classroom and some other important applications that you will need to know how to navigate so your child can be successful. While you're doing that, our students will finish with some assessments and one-on-one tutorials with their teacher so they feel comfortable and confident as they transition into remote learning. A couple key things about entering the building next week. There are specified entrances here. So as you see, kindergarten is going to enter through door B. That is closest to the circle in our parking lot. So kindergarten parents, if you would park on our playground and enter through door B, that would be wonderful. Same thing goes with first and second. You guys are going to come through door A, but we would still like you to park on the playground parking lot if you can. Third, fourth, and fifth, we'll use the parking lot that is for staff. Third, you will enter through our entrance, which is the main entrance now at the atrium. Fourth, you will enter through door I. And fifth grade, we ask that you park in the back of the parking lot. You will walk on the back side of the building around to door H. That is right in the fifth grade hallway. So we ask that you kind of walk around the building and enter through those fifth grade doors. Couple key points about this is everyone is required to wear a mask and facial covering while they're in our building. We are limiting one parent per child to maintain some of the social distancing guidelines. And please keep 6 feet apart when you enter, exit, and move through the hallways. These are our key components of making sure that this student orientations still promote health and safety of all individuals in our building. Here is a detailed schedule of what a learning block will look like Monday through Thursday, starting August 31st. August 31st, we will start live instruction, and this is the schedule that our students will follow. The one that I sent out earlier just had blocks of instruction. This one is detailed as to what will be presented in those blocks for each grade level. Just a couple key points. First, second, and third grade have one off period. So Mrs. Kessner, Mrs. Mattress, and Mrs. Edwards will follow an alternate schedule for their grade levels. And again, this is just so we can get everybody through an encore and through IE, and everybody has access to the same kind of schedule throughout the day. Your child's teachers are listed. The only one that is a little bit different is fifth grade. Fifth grade will have, if they're in Mrs. Heron's homeroom, they will start in ELA, and then they will rotate through the three teachers that will support them through the content blocks and instruction throughout the day. I'm really, really excited about the social emotional learning block of time that we start the day with, which will offer our children a chance to check in, learn some social emotional skills, as well as self-regulation, goal setting, organizational skills that they'll need to be successful during remote learning. This can all be accessed through my newsletter with the specifics and the content presented during different blocks of time. In reference to those learning blocks, again, every child will receive a social emotional learning block, 3-hour-long blocks of instruction, encore, intervention, enrichment, and review. The questions has been asked throughout the summer and leading up to this. Hey, Mr. Griffin, are my children going to be on the computer from 9 o'clock to 3:45? Absolutely not. Our goal is to provide opportunities for direct instruction, which I'll get into here in a second, but also understand that there's going to be some independent practice and then some necessary breaks. We're going to kind of build those into those blocks of time. And then each student also has a full hour for lunch and a break during the middle of the day. But no, even in an hour block of time, you might be on the computer between 30 and 40 minutes or less, depending on that given day and what the teacher has planned for that content area at that time. But you're not going to be on a computer from 9 o'clock till 3:45. However, we're looking at presenting short bursts of instruction and opportunities for students to engage directly with their teacher so we can really drive that learning process. Kind of what's expected and what learning blocks are going to consist of is live instruction. Again, we heard loud and clear that students really need that interaction with teachers every day. So students will receive instruction that is both live and recorded throughout a week. All students will have live interactions with teachers for every block every day. The only ones that won't necessarily be consistent and be scheduled by teacher based on need are the intervention and enrichment block and the review block. And again, those will be small groups established by need. So if students are having difficulty with something or really understand something and need to be pushed to the next level, that will be set up during that IE time or during a review block if a student missed something and needs the touchback base with the teacher. Instruction will come in the form of whole group instruction, small group instruction, and individual instruction where there's questions and answer sessions available. Teachers will be recording all the direct instruction and modeling that they do on a given day, and they will be uploading those videos to Google Classroom. All videos will be uploaded by no later than 4 p.m. So if for some reason your child needs to go back and revisit some of the instruction that took place, or they missed a block, those recorded sessions and videos will be available by 4 p.m. every day. As I said earlier, that schedule, that synchronous learning schedule, will be Monday through Thursday. Friday learning will be asynchronous. And when you hear asynchronous, what that means is self-paced. So those will be independent activities that students can work through at their own pace on a given day. And right now, those will be Fridays, which will give our teachers opportunities to plan and make sure they're best meeting the individual needs of our children. On Fridays, teachers will also offer an hour during the morning and an hour in the afternoon where students can interact with them and engage with them for questions and support. Fridays will be an awesome day for students to independently demonstrate what they know and what they've learned throughout the week. So Fridays, although it's not live instruction, there will be those opportunities to touch base with teachers when needed. What does attendance look like during this time? Well, we will be taking daily attendance as deemed we're accountable for by the state of Ohio. Attendance will be taken for daily attendance from 9 o'clock to 9:30 during the SEL block. Then teachers will also be taking period attendance. So for each instructional block that they show up in, including encore and intervention and enrichment, we will be taking attendance and monitoring what students are accessing our live instruction. It's important to note that we understand that there are some circumstances where children won't be able to access the instruction as scheduled. Daycare, childcare, things like that come up and prevent our kids from logging on and accessing the Google Meets. We ask that you communicate with teachers during your orientation if you think this is going to be a concern. If that's the case, students will be required to watch videos and complete work to be accounted for and to receive attendance. In the event that your child is sick or appointment that wasn't scheduled, we ask that you follow typical protocol, which means call our attendance line and just let us know that, hey, they're not going to be in today because they're sick and they just can't get out of bed today. The more you communicate with us and the more we keep lines of communication open, the more successful this will be. In addition to attendance, the question has come up numerous times about student work. All assignments will be accessible through Google Classroom. So Google Classroom is going to be our one-stop shop for accessing a student assignment and also turning that assignment in. So last year, email and pictures and Dojo and all these different platforms were too much. We want a one-stop shop platform for kids to access their assignments and also turn them in. So we're going to do that through Google Classroom, and parents and students will both get training on how to access and use Google Classroom when you come in for your one-on-one student orientations. Teachers will be providing daily activities for students to do in math and ELA and through our science and social studies block as well. And we would like students to do those on a daily basis as much as possible. Completing activities daily allow teachers to provide meaningful feedback and also adjust instruction based on the needs of our students. If we're not getting work regularly till the weekends, we're not going to be able to adjust and adapt and ensure that our instruction meets our individual student needs. So we're asking that you keep up with daily activities and really demonstrate what you're learning through those independent activities that teachers assign. We do understand, though, that there's things that come up, and every child is in their own circumstances. If for some reason you're unable to complete activities and your child can't work through them, please communicate your concerns to the teacher so we can set up a plan for turning in assignments and kind of a structure and plan that works for individual students. However, we are asking that we really work hard to keep up with assignments and daily activities assigned by teachers. Lastly, technology is going to be the biggest component during Remote Learning 2.0. First off, the success of our technology, but also you guys understanding where you can get help and support as needed. Every child has the ability to use one of our district devices, our Chromebooks that we offer. I know that there was a form that was sent out that you could opt out, but if you have not opted out, we have a device ready for you that is one of our student Chromebooks that will be a key piece of their learning. Chromebooks and Google Classroom, again, are going to be the two most important things that you know, in addition to ClassLink, which is our student launchpad. There's a tutorial of how to get there, but once your child logs on to their Google account, that is the only password they need if they're using ClassLink. So if they log on to ClassLink and they click on an application such as Lexia or AimsWeb or RazKids, all of the things that our teachers use on a regular basis, if they're logged into Google Classroom and using ClassLink, It will generate their password, and they don't need to know 5 and 6 and 7 different passwords. So all they'll need to know is how to log on to Google and their Google account. And once they're in ClassLink and the Student Launchpad, they have access to everything that we use here at our school. For your benefit, and in this presentation, there are links to our tutorials of how to use things like Chrome, Gmail, Google Meets, ClassLink, Google Classroom, and our technology department has done a phenomenal job of creating the Technology Corral, which has all of our information and tutorials. And then if you're having trouble with something, you can get some help through their office hours, as well as tech tickets if a device breaks down on you. We are here to support you via technology because we know that through remote learning, our technology is the tool that's going to help our teachers engage and interact with our students. That is all the information I have for you right now. I will tell you that I know this is uncertain and uneasy times, but I can't tell you how much I'm excited to start the year. 2020, 2021, although it's been a tough year, it's going to be an awesome start to the school year at Muraski. Our teachers are excited. I'm sure our students are excited. And I couldn't be more excited to start working with you, our new families, the families that have been with us a while. It's going to be a phenomenal school year. Although we're apart, we're strong together, and we're going to make this work for our kids. If you need anything, please reach out via email or phone. And I am here to assist you whenever you need, as well as our staff and our support staff as well. Again, although it's been challenging, and again, this is new for everybody, it's going to be a great school year, not because of the technology, but because of the great families, the great students, and the great staff that we have here at Muraski. Again, can't wait to get started. Go Mustangs.